So, hi everyone. This is the second session of working with R. So, as we mentioned in our previous session, we have four different windows here. The first one is the console, and this one is the script, the R script space, and this one is the environment, and this one is the file pan. So, basically, when we work with R, we should keep in mind that we have two important things here. The first one, this one, wherein we have all the command that we need to execute. And this one, we can use it to do all the recipes and all the information we need to execute in the console. So let's say, for example, here, I need to add two. So I need to know what is the result of this mathematical operation. So if we write it down here in the script, nothing happens. Why? Because usually this is a way of writing down your script, but you're not getting any result. If you need to know to get some result, so what you need to do is to hit this button, run, and see what happens. If you come up here and hit run, so you will get 2 plus 2, this command goes up and it will be executed in the console. So one way of visualizing the difference between them, think of the script as some recipe. So here is your recipe, and this one will be your kitchen. All the commands will be executed here, and all the recipe, the ingredients that you need will be here, the steps. So one way of working with R is to write down all your scripts, write in here all the commands that you are gonna work on, and later on you're gonna run all of them and they will be executed in the console. So let's go, for example, if I want to assign a value to a variable, so my variable, let's say, is h. And in this case, h. And one way or a shortcut to have the assignment simple is to use Alt minus. So here, this is the assignment simple. So just you need to use the Alt minus thing. And in this case, you will get it automatically, or you can write it manually. So here, I'm gonna write down 5. And now we have the value of this h is 5. So whenever we write down h, it means it has this value. So if I write down h here, print h, for example, I will get, yeah, there is another problem here. Something happened. Why this happened? Because R, and this is something there that's very important, R is letter sensitive. So here, when I assign 5 to H, it was capital H. And when I tried to retrieve the information about H, I wrote down lowercase h. So in this case, R doesn't recognize the value of this variable. So see what happened if I write down h in the same way I assign the value. You will get the correct value of the variable. So one way to keep in mind is whenever you are assigning any value to any variable, so you need to bear in mind that R is character sensitive. So let's say, for example, if I have a variable and it has only one number, but how about if I have a set of numbers? So let's say, for example, I have x, and this x includes like 3 numbers, or the numbers from 1 to 100. So in this case, I have to use this command, which is the C command, which means combine or concatenation. So it's a way of having more than one number. That's why this is the value of multi-number value. So you write down C and then you write down the number value that you already have for this variable. In this case, it will be stored here, which means this is an integer and the value is 1 up to 10. So if I write down X and I'm trying to get its value, again, another problem, the same problem that I made earlier, which is assigning a capital letter and then I wrote down the letter in a lowercase. That's why we don't have any value, but see what happens if we write down the correct variable, we'll get all the value. So this is one way, and also we can do a lot of arithmetic operation on this. So let's say, for example, I want to minus, let's say I have X and I want to add 2 to X. See, so here, every single number of X will have 2. So if we add 1 plus 2, it yields 3, and then we have 2, 4, 3, 5, so on and so forth. Or you can have some multiplication or even some division. So let's say multiplied by 2, divided by 2. So here we have all the value. So this is a very simple way of getting very quick calculator in your R program. One more thing that you can do using R is basically, if for example, you want to retrieve some numbers from X. So X, I want the third number, for example. So see, the second number is 2, or I want the first one. Let's say the fifth one. So it's 5. So you can retrieve information or you can index some information. In this case, it will be much easier for you. So for example, if I want to retrieve all the numbers in X except the fifth number, see what happened? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we excluded 5 from our results. And in this case, we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which makes a lot of sense. So I guess that's all for today. So today we know how to use what are the different windows in the R interface, the RStudio interface. And also we learned to know how to assign a value to one variable by using just as assignment simple. And if we have a variable that has multi-numeric value, in this case, we have to use the vector thing, which is the C combination concatenation. And once we assign the value to the variable, we can do a lot of arithmetic operation like adding or subtracting or even multiplying or division thing. So that's all for today, and stay tuned for the next about how to use more, how to do a lot of other commands using the R.